Hey, and welcome to my channel. I am going to do a new moon reading today for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energies. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean the physical body of masculine or feminine. Masculine and feminine energies are just that, energies, and we all have them. We have masculine and feminine energies within us. Now, we tend to walk more of one path than the other. And so this may apply to you, this may apply to your partner. You know, if you're a woman and I'm reading Divine Masculine and that resonates with you, then that's what's for you. So whatever makes sense, whatever resonates for you, that's what's for you. And if you're watching this, you know, maybe it's not a new moon, maybe it's a couple weeks from now, maybe it's a couple years from now. I believe that we're drawn to those messages that we need to hear at the right time in our lives. Okay, so sit down, relax, and let's get into this. Okay, so if this resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, great. It just means it's not for you at this time. So shut off the video and go to another one. But if this resonates with you, let's do it. All right. So new moon. It is September 17th, 2020. What a year, hey? So divine masculine, divine feminine energies. What messages do you want us to hear? What messages? Calling in all angels, all guides, all beings. Anyone who is here to give a message at this time for the divine masculine, the divine feminine within our lives. All right, I'm just going to cut the cards here. This deck is Mystical Shaman Oracle by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron-Reed, and Marcela Lobos. Yes. Excuse me. So I'm an intuitive card reader, which means I will read the cards intuitively, but then I'm also going to go through the book because there might be something that makes sense for you, that resonates with you. So the card I pull out right now for the divine masculine and the divine feminine in our lives is called the Sacrifice. And it is, let's see if you can see that there. Yeah. The Sacrifice. And the number is 44. And in numerology, well, first of all, in numerology, the repeating fours is a good sign, but it also equals 8. Now, I'm not a numerologist. I just play in numerology, okay? But the 44 is a sign of abundance. It's a sign of 8. It's also the sign of infinity and the sign of the balancing of the divine masculine, divine feminine. And so what's being asked for right now is the sacrifice. You see how she's releasing. She's releasing that butterfly as it goes. And that is a sign of transformation. That is a sign of, you know how the butterfly first starts off as a caterpillar and then it crawls through the ground, the muck, the mire and everything. And then it goes into its cocoon and it literally goes down and liquefies, turns into a different bug, a different being, and comes out and it's this beautiful butterfly with wings. So the sacrifice is all about releasing, okay? Release this. Give up what you've been hanging on to. Is that beliefs of yours? Is that habits of yours? Are you feeling called to release something? Are you feeling called that maybe this isn't so good for your life? You know, it could be diet, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a habit, a way of being, right? You know that knowledge is within you. You've been getting hits about it, right? And this is asking you to give it up. And if you look at it, she's holding it up, giving it up to the divine, giving it up for her divine path. And I love the headdress she's wearing with the feathers and stuff because that means she's ready to fly. And look at the butterfly. The butterfly is ready to fly. So when you give up what's been holding you back, when you decide to release it, you start to fly. But it takes that sacrifice first, right? And because it's not always easy to give up the way that we've been. It's not always easy to maybe to give up a habit or give up a relationship or give up the job. but it's so worth it in the end. It's so worth it. Now I'm gonna read from the book here, just in case there's something else. All right. So there's 3 different sections: the essence, the invitation, and the medicine. Again, take what resonates with you. The essence, the sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh referred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, I don't even know how to say that, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans and animals. I certainly prefer that too, the songs of singing and prayer, meditation, and be willing to give up, to go up. The invitation, the sacrifice asks that you offer to spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elated to the altar at which you've been praying and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. And that takes me right back to that, giving up maybe a habit, maybe something in your diet, something that has been something that you're being asked to give up to raise your vibration. Maybe it's a toxic relationship, a toxic situation, some thoughts that need to be released, right? The medicine, what is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It's time to offer it all to spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Oh my gosh, does that ever speak, hey? Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You've sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. So basically what this is saying is when you let go of the old, you're going to quit repeating those old patterns, right? Those old programs. You're bringing in the new. You're allowing the new to flow in. When we let go, like holding something in our hand. If I'm holding this in my hand, I can't accept something else in my hand, right? Because I'm already holding this. But if I'm willing to let go of the old, now my hand is able to receive, and maybe I'm going to receive something even bigger or better or aligned with my path right now, right? Okay, so the sacrifice. The second card for this new moon reading for divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And it comes from Earth Warriors Oracle Guidebook, Alana Fairchild. Oh, it's not the guidebook, that's just the book. Earth Warriors Oracle, Alana Fairchild. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just give it one more shuffle. What message do you have for the divine masculine and divine feminine in our life today? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think we got a theme going here. Okay, card number 6. Palhikmana. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but forgive me if I'm not saying it right. Medicine of the butterfly Kachina. Another butterfly. I don't know if you can see that. Another butterfly. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So the transformation of the butterfly, transforming, get that off pen mode. I don't want to write on my cards. The transformation of the butterfly, and look at the light in the heart going up into the neck, into the throat chakra, the third eye being open, the crown chakra opening up wide to receive, right? medicine of the butterfly, which means the wisdom of the butterfly. And we already spoke about the butterfly in this card, right? And how beautiful of a journey it can be. It can be hard. It can be hard. You know, heck, even just being that caterpillar crawling around on the ground is hard, isn't it? But when we let go of that identity, when we let go of the belief that we have to walk around in the leaf clutter, in the mud, in the mire, and we go into that chrysalis, that cocoon, and turn into that beautiful butterfly, it's so worth the journey, because we turn into that beautiful butterfly. And when we become that beautiful butterfly, a whole new world opens up for us. A whole new world. So look at that. The journey is worth it. Whatever you're going through right now is worth it. Give in and surrender. Surrender to that journey. Surrender to that calling within you that wants you to give up something, to sacrifice something that you've been hanging on to that's keeping you stuck in old ways. That's the journey of the butterfly medicine. Let's see what the book says. What card was that? 6. All right. Medicine of the butterfly Kachina. On the wings of hope, butterfly Kachina guides you through an ending to the light of new life within. It's your transition into a happier time of increased pleasure and delight, especially if you've experienced great struggle or loss. The spirit medicine of butterfly brings hopeful promise to your heart. Here's your sign that there will be happiness, peace, and light. Trust in the goodness being birthed. You know, that's one thing I know. If you're watching this video, you know, you're on your divine path. You're releasing things, you're going through things, you're looking for clarity and wisdom, right? And that is just the beautiful thing. Here is your sign that there will be happiness, peace, and light. Trust in the goodness being birthed. Okay, I'm going to read, there's another section called Inner Reading. An apparently lost cause or shattered dream was a necessary part of your transformational journey. What was sacrificed can be reborn into something even more beautiful. You're not meant to turn to the past, as it cannot support you in the way it once did. Trust that you have the inner resources to handle what is happening within you and in your life. You are moving towards a significant psychological, emotional, and perhaps also physical breakthrough and transformation. You may have an inner sense of discomfort signaling that something new is unfolding within. It is natural to initially feel a little awkward or uncertain in the face of the unfamiliar. This is a good sign of change stirring from within. I just got told by Spirit to hold up the card for you. This is a good sign of change stirring from within. Allow nature to take its course. Trust in what is happening even whilst you don't fully understand it. It will turn out beautifully in the end, which will also happen to be a new beginning. Isn't that true? The butterfly, it will turn out beautifully in the end, which also just happens to be a new beginning, right? So the next section is spiritual guidance. There are moments when even those of us with great courage feel tested beyond our faith. Doubt, darkness, and despair can creep into our minds and lash our hearts with fear. Perhaps there seems to be a good reason for our pain, the loss of a loved one, a cherished hope dashed, disturbing human behavior, the state of the environment, or some other unexpected and painful shock. There may be no particular reason for it, and yet we are somehow gripped by feelings of anxiety or despair that we cannot resolve no matter how hard we try. The healing soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina comes to you now to alleviate your suffering, to remind you that everything you've gone through has been a part of what has made you strong, compassionate, and wise. When all seems lost, perhaps especially then, our soul needs the gift of seeing the light, love, and wisdom of Great Spirit at work behind all things, at all times, always reaching out to us and always offering love. The soul needs faith and hope like the body needs air to breathe. Faith keeps the soul alive and well. You do not have to regret anything that has happened. You do not have to judge yourself or any other or wish that things had been different. You've not missed out. Oh, I got to read that again. You have not missed out. You have not messed up. You have not messed up. You have been learning and growing. You have been learning and growing. What is required from you now is a willingness to let it fall away, because the person you once were actually no longer exists. You may not fully realize it yet. Like the butterfly trying to crawl on the ground like a caterpillar, you may mourn the loss of your old caterpillar ways. Yet if you take a moment to witness yourself anew now, you'll realize you are not the person from 2 years or even 10 years ago. I got to turn the page, so I got to put the card down. You can then open to the gifts that Butterfly Kachina is bringing you now. Well-being, new life, vibrancy, freedom, and happiness. If you've been working hard on an issue, on yourself, or on a cause in the world, and it seems to be going nowhere, Butterfly Kachina reminds you that in the divine alchemy of transformation, things sometimes appear to be going backwards as they move forward. It is the way of things. After summer, there is autumn, and then winter, all of which indicate progress towards the next spring. If you didn't understand the creative purpose and regenerative nature of the seasons, you might be frightened by the winter, concerned that it signified the world was ending. With knowledge of the sacred feminine wisdom of the seasons, you are not afraid of winter. You see it as an essential part of life. You may even learn to nurture and restore yourself during that time, gaining conscious benefit and appreciation for it. If you feel you're in a spiritual or emotional winter in your life, have hope. The soul unfolds according to seasons, just as nature does. Let your heart and mind rest in the trust that life is growing your soul into its beautiful fulfillment. This is interesting, because initially I was going to do a different reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And then I was led just to start reading the cards for both. You see, because both reside in us and it's speaking to both. And I just think that's beautiful. This butterfly transformation is for both. Okay, so there's a healing process I want to read you for. It may help you with this. Butterfly takes us out of seriousness and into childlike joy. Is there something that you used to love to do as a child? Is there some activity that makes you feel healthily childlike? Perhaps laughing at funny animal videos, or going for a walk in nature, coloring in, or pulling a hula hoop out of the back of the wardrobe, playing drums on the pots and pans, singing and dancing in your lounge room. Take some time to be with your inner child. Take some time to be with your inner child self and be engaged completely in the present moment. When you are ready, say this prayer aloud. I give thanks for the sacred soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina, to the ever-renewing power of life. I honor all that I have been through, for it has brought me to this moment. Now I am strong, wise, compassionate, and empowered. I accept life, and I'm ready for the rebirth that is happening now in my own soul and in the world. May divine love support successful transitions for our world. May all beings move into love, freedom, peace, and happiness. I embrace this moment, so be it. You know what? Let's do that again. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and just feel this in. I'll read it for you, and you can just be in agreement with it if you want to, if you choose to. I give thanks for the sacred soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina, to the ever-renewing power of life. I honor all that I have been through, for it has brought me to this moment. Now I am strong, wise, compassionate, and empowered. I accept life, and I am ready for the rebirth that is happening now in my own soul and in the world. May divine love support successful transitions for our world. May all beings move into love, freedom, peace, and happiness. I embrace this moment. So be it. And now you've completed your healing process. So beautiful, beautiful cards, both butterflies, for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'm peeking out between the cards. I just want you to be able to see them. Okay, and I have another deck I want to share with you. This is a wonderful deck. This is Inspire Change and Healing with Divine and Crystal Vibration Oracle Cards by Cindy Smith and Jennifer Mueller. Cindy Smith is a friend of mine and up here in Canada, so it's kind of cool. get to use her cards, which are really cool. They were gifted to me by a friend. Isn't that the best way to get a deck of cards or a crystal, is to have it gifted by someone who loves you, right? So much more special magic and sacredness in that. So I'm going to ask for the right card to come out. The right card to come out for today. Oh, wow. Hang on. So this is cool. These cards have an angel message, and then a crystal message, and then an action and an affirmation. The card is literally love, relationship, current, new. Can you see that? Love, relationship, current, and new. Archangel Jophiel message. My child, a love match relationship begins with you. Oh my gosh, that's so true. What is your belief of relationship? Who is responsible for your happiness? You are responsible only for you and your change and growth in a love relationship. Choose joy to allow for new experience. Oh, this crystal is a hard one for me to say. I don't know which one it is. Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite? I don't know if you can read that or not. You see right there. Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite. We're going to call it that. I'm probably butchering that big time. So we'll call it the crystal message. Use me with intention to identify, heal, and release old issues and patterns in relationships. As you heal your experiences in relationship, you can align yourself with joy and confidence. I help remove anxiety and stress during your healing process. Oh, wow. Yes. And the action. I ask Archangel Jophiel and Rhodochrosite to assist with my responsibility of joy within my present or new relationship. And I think that because we have both the divine masculine and divine feminine within us, I think that speaks to us, because we work on us first. We work on our relationship. We work on our relationship with ourselves first before we go out there and we make other relationships. Otherwise, we just keep repeating the same patterns. So, and I know you're in a time of transition right now, because one, it's 2020, and two, you found this video, right? And so that means that you are on your journey. So it's all about that responsibility of joy within my present and new relationship with self, right? Okay, affirmation. I am in joy as I share my love in a harmonious relationship now. I'm going to say that again. You may want to place your hand over your heart and close your eyes when I say this, and just let this sink into your soul. I am in my joy as I share my love in a harmonious relationship now. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So that is the message today for the new moon, time of releasing. The new moon brings a time to release, and it's a great, powerful time. So the messages of the butterfly medicine on these cards, beautiful. The message of the love relationship. I am in joy as I share my love in a harmonious relationship now. That's also calling in that divine partner. That's also calling it into the relationship that you might be in right now with someone else, and calling it into yourself first and foremost, calling it into yourself, because it all starts with us, right? All right. You go have a great day. Again, if this resonated with you, great. Give it a like, comment. Let me know how it affected you, how it helped you. Subscribe to my channel. I'm growing my channel, and I'm going to be making more videos to support you on your journey. Okay? Lots of love and light for you today. Have a great day. Bye.